This video is for my older viewers. Yeah, this video is for my viewers who are like age 35 and up. Older guys, or not so much older guys, but guys who should be paying attention to women who are roughly 32 or over. You should be thinking about what they're thinking when they meet you. A woman who's 32 and single, and she meets you and starts dating you and whatnot, you know what she's thinking? She's looking at you as a potential mate. She's looking at you as the potential father of her kids. Why? Because she has gotten baby rabies. She has gotten to the point where she realizes that her value on the sexual market is rapidly deteriorating. She's probably already had very embarrassing moments where guys that before she used to be able to pick up now don't give her the time of day. Oh yeah, I know that story, okay? Because I've been one of those guys who hasn't given some girl who's 32 the time of day. Of course not, because she's old. She's old and she's no longer as hot as she was when she was like 27, 25, 20. Yeah, she still thinks that she is, but you know, time marches on, as they say. And a 32-year-old woman simply cannot hold a candle to the same woman when she was 23. It's as simple as that. It's biology. Women age badly. Men age like wine. Women like vinegar. And so that's what's going on here. And so a 32-year-old woman or 34 or 36-year-old woman who's giving you like a lot of attention, you have to understand where she's coming from. Basically, she is desperate. She is desperate and she is thinking that her sexual opportunities are rapidly diminishing. She's made peace with the fact that she's aging. And she is figuring that she has to latch on to the best man that she can get because she is realizing that with every year that passes, the men she can get are of lower value every year. She's thinking to herself that she might be able to get you now, but in a year's time or 3 years' time, she won't. So she wants to latch on to you, lock you down. Yeah. Because she realizes this, perhaps not consciously, but certainly at a reptilian level. In our reptilian brain, she knows it. And so she wants to latch on to you. And therefore, here comes the danger. The danger, of course, is that the woman that you're dating, this 32, 35-year-old woman, she's pretending to be somebody that she's not. She is being extra nice to you and acting in ways that are unnatural to her, because she just wants to lock you down. She's not being honest. And you're going to discover, to your chagrin, that she is radically different than what you thought she was. And you know when you're going to discover that? When she marries you. Yeah, that's what happens with these women. Yeah, they're 32, 34, 36, and they try to lock you down. Lock down a guy, the best that they can get, they figure. Lock him down in marriage. And before marriage, they are just all sweetness and light. They are like the perfect girlfriend. As soon as you marry her, she shows herself, her true self, of who she really is. And a lot of times that dichotomy, that divergence is enormous. It's like, Dr. Jekyll and Miss Hyde. You know what I'm talking about? I mean, a real nasty piece of work. Yeah, but you're going to be stuck with her. You're going to be married to her. And so legally, you're going to be obliged to hang on to this woman. And possibly, you've had a kid with her. Yeah, of course, because that's the other issue that's going on. A 32, 34, 36-year-old woman who latches on to you, what's she thinking? She's thinking that she wants to have a kid. And more likely than not, she's had like an abortion in her like late 20s or something like that. And she was like, oh, I'm still discovering myself. I still have my career. I have a life to live. You only live once and crap like that. And she had an abortion when she was 27 or 29 or something like that. And now she's 32, 35 and freaking out because she always thought that she'd have plenty of time to have a kid. And now the time is running out. And so she latches on to you, which she figures that you're the best she can get. And she gets pregnant by you. Or maybe she marries you, maybe she doesn't, but she gets pregnant by you. She does that deliberately. It wasn't an accident. It wasn't like, oh, I forgot to take the pill, or the pill didn't work, or the condom broke or something. No. She did it on purpose because she figures that this is the best she can do. You're the best she can do. And therefore, she wants to get pregnant as quickly as possible and lock you down, or at least have a kid for herself. And you're going to be responsible for the kid for the rest of your life. That's why you got to listen to me and listen good. Never date a woman in her 30s. No exception. A woman in her 30s is nuts. A woman in her 30s wants to lock you down and have a kid. But the person that she's projecting to you, it's not real. She is not that person at all. She is faking you out in order to get somebody. So you have to understand, no woman in her 30s is worth dating because she is going to be lying to you and trying to trap you. People don't like it when I say this. Oh, no, it's sexism, it's misogynistic, it's blah, blah, blah. But it's true, okay? We all have a strategy insofar as how we live our lives. Some strategies are better than others because some people's lives turn out to be more successful than others. It's quite evident. But we all have a strategy, and women are no exception. They have a strategy. And you have to understand that strategy. And you have to understand what's going on here. These women, they go through their 20s thinking they can just have a good time. And they hit 30, 32, and all of a sudden they realize that their days of having a good time are coming to a close, rapidly coming to a close. And they latch on to somebody, you. And you become the victim of this situation. You suffer. You started dating some woman who's 32, she seemed like a lot of fun, you had a great time with her, great conversations, this, that, the other, great sex, she did whatever you wanted, and you went to the movies and to restaurants and had a really good time. And then all of a sudden she tells you, oops, I'm pregnant, I'm sorry, after like a year or so of dating. And you're like, oh, well, I really like her, and so let's live together and just move forward, right? And then all of a sudden she becomes a completely different person. She becomes a completely different person, and you start to realize that this is what she was aiming for. She was trying to lock you down. Now, I don't begrudge these women. No, certainly not. Why should I? I mean, it's perfectly understandable. Everybody does the best that they can. And so why begrudge a person who's using every weapon at their disposal, every strategy at their disposal to get what they want? Because all women basically want the same thing, irrespective of what they claim that they want. What they want is to have money, to have 2 or 3 kids, and a nice house. They don't really care about the guy that they're with. Not really. They just want these things that will validate them. And having a nice career would be nice, but even for women who are extremely career-oriented, it's not that big of a deal. Their body urges them on to getting the things that they really want from an evolutionary perspective, which is kids and material security, resources. That's what they want, and they'll do whatever it takes to secure those things. And if your life gets ruined in the process of them getting what they want, well, sorry. So be smart, understand what's going on. It's nothing personal, it's business. If you like this video, please subscribe to my Patreon. Link is in the description below. You'll find over 100 videos there that you'll find nowhere else. These are videos that frankly are too controversial for YouTube. So I put them on Patreon, and like I said, I have over 100 videos there, and I also do a Sunday webinar, a weekly webinar, which is basically a call-in show. I take people's comments and critiques and questions and try to answer them and discuss them in a more or less intelligent way. So do check it out. Like I said, link is in the description below. And so, yeah, thanks very much, and I will catch you next time.